Hey there, today on this channel we are going to do something a little bit different, and we are going to attempt to make a rubber stamp out of latex, so the latex rubber. Now, I used to be a big crafter and I just kind of got away from it when I started my entrepreneurial journey, but something special happened and we're gonna try something that, if it's been done, there's no tutorial that exists and I've not seen any videos on it, and it's a really rare, odd kind of a thing. So what happened was I had a cat, if you've been following my channel for a while, and I had my cat Ryoki for 19 and a half years. And when I lost him, it was very devastating, and what I ended up doing was taking his paw print and getting a tattoo. And so I'll make sure that I link that up into the cards or in the description of this video. But when about 6 months after that, I had sworn like I was never gonna have another cat ever again. But Boo Boo came into my life, and he was a wandering cat, and I was fostering him for the Humane Society after like multiple people saw him in the neighborhood and they were like, Kate, you need to take him in. And he was always a wandering kitty. I did things like I had a tracking collar on him. He used to go like 2 to 5 miles a day. But several months ago, he went outside to play, and unfortunately he didn't come back. So that was on Thanksgiving. Well, one thing that's been in my collection for a while is a paw print that I had of his, but this is a different kind of paw print. See, one day when I was doing my makeup, I was using this contouring palette, and if you open this up, actually I'm gonna open this up now, and most of these are powder. Most of them are powder, except for this one. And this one is a cream of sorts. So it's a cream, and he happened to step in it and he left his little paw print. So what I'd like to do is I want to turn this paw print into a rubber stamp that I can then stamp on a piece of paper and have that made into a tattoo. So I've tried to do research. There's really no tutorial on how do you make a rubber stamp out of like cream makeup is not a thing. So what we're gonna try is, I did a little bit of research as much as I could, and what I'm using today is this Environ Molds. It's the 407 formula liquid latex. Now this is normally made for making masks or like making castings, I gather. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I really, really hope it does, because this is all I have. So this is what I have to work with, and we're gonna give it a shot. Now it's pretty shallow, so I think we're going to just be able to kind of put this in there and let it dry, and hopefully it turns into a rubber stamp for us. But we are certainly going to find out. So I'm gonna open this up right here. And I know I saw a lot of other, I don't know, I watched a couple of videos, and what they were using is that they poured it into a jar and then they were brushing it on. Now, clearly I don't want to brush onto this because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. So instead, what I've decided to try is, I have one of these little pipettes. I actually have this because I love essential oils, and it's just one of those things with essential oils. So I don't know, we're just going to jump in and we're going to try this and see what happens. Okay, I put this little pipette in, and yes, this is liquidy enough that it's in my little pipette. And all right, this is the moment of truth. I'm just gonna pour this into this what's now become our mold, and we're gonna hope for the best here. So let's see. Okay, so now our latex is in the mold. I'm just gonna tap this down a little bit, and hopefully this isn't too thick. Hopefully it will just dry like this, and also hopefully we'll be able to get it out very easily, and that it doesn't ruin, both like not work and ruin the impression. But I guess we're gonna wait. We'll wait until this dries and we'll come back. Alrighty, now we're back and we're gonna try out the moment of truth. Now, again, there's no tutorials to show how you can cast into an imprint in makeup, but we've tried this. And I think it's dry. I actually kind of pushed my finger in this at some point. During the night it still wasn't, but it's hard to tell because it's still a little bit squishy, but it seems like it's pretty much hardened up. And of course our risk is that pulling this out, I mean, we kind of have one shot at this. And so I've got, this isn't a tweezers, it's actually a little scissors, but I thought maybe if I kind of go in here a little bit and see if I can lift up. Oh yeah, it's just gonna smear. All right, let me grab some tweezers here. And, oh, look at that. Look at that. It looks like, oh my gosh, it looks like it's working. Okay, I'm gonna take just a moment. I'm gonna rinse this off really quick. And then when, and we're gonna try this out on a stamp pad. Or in fact, actually before that, let's just go ahead and try it. I have a little card here. I'm gonna push our makeup out of the way. And let's see what we get with just like our makeup print right here. I'm just gonna push this down. So we've got a little bit of a print right here. I'm gonna rinse this off really quick and we're gonna come right back. So here's our little stamp, and now we're really gonna try this out with, I'm so pleased. I was really worried, tried to really think of some ideas on how to make this work, and I'm so glad that we've made it this far. So now I just have an ink pad right here, and now I'm just gonna press it into the ink pad. And I didn't worry about making my little stamp perfect or anything, because I knew that, well, I'm gonna put ink on it. So there we go, and let's see what happens here when we put it on our little card. I'm just gonna press down, and oh, look at that. That came out perfect. That's gonna make a perfect little tattoo and a great remembrance of Boo Boo and having Boo Boo in my life. You know, I don't know what to say other than I'm really glad that this worked out. I had no idea what was going to happen. And just thank you for joining me on this journey. Again, what I was using was the latex from Environ. I'll make sure I put a link in the description. I just bought it on Amazon. So, you know, maybe this is a new thing. Not that you're going to be making impressions in makeup of all things, but if this is something that you decide you want to do with some type of imprint of some kind, you know, hey, I've tried something new and it worked. And thank you so much for watching. You know, check out some of my other videos. Of course, I vlog about random things. I talk about e-commerce in video, and any questions that you have, feel free to drop those in the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you in another video.